Lucy! Green it. Set! Green 80! Set! Green 80! Green 80!
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Vontez Burfict, the one to get him down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, it gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field? And they find each other for the completion.
3rd and 2, now Taylor. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense.
Lucy. 11B.
Bortles now on 1st down. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Sheldon Richardson breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. And finding the tight end Hooper. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, It used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They go play action now. Taylor. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Now Gordon on first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, it's Taylor. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Taylor now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a first down. Play action. Now Taylor. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Vontaze Burfict coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 3rd down, Taylor. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Bengals on a roll now. It's another first down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with the football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Taylor going underneath for Gordon. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and
And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Tyrod Taylor with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are in for 6. Rosas good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
He got 29 yards that time.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
76, 76. 380.
A first down carry for Henry, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
380. 154 right here. 3
On 2nd down, here's Henry, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Lucy.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Looking for White on the deep ball. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Kevin White, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in the zone.
There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Melvin Gordon, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. And he's able to put it through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A gain of 3, second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Bortles going to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Bortles going to come up here on 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Set. Green 80. Nice 39, Lucy. Hey, spread right, spread right, spread right, spread right. Snap. Hank. Green is set.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
372. Set. Green 80. 372. Set.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
11B. Green is hot.
Now Bortles again. He hits White, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this.
Set. Green 80. Lucy. So right. Lucy. Green is set.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. Flush to his right. And he whips that one incomplete there. James White, the man he was looking for out of the backfield. And that'll bring up second down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Spread left, spread left, spread left. Green 80. Green 80. Green is set.
Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Bills on third down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Set. Green 80. Set.
Run it now, out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it.
Hey, let's go. Trips left, trips left. Set.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Here we go.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Green 80. Green 80. Set.
Now this time Bortles will throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Set. Green 80. Nice 39, Lucy. You. Set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Set. Green 80. Green is set.
Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he finds Stills, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
Hey, let's go. Trips left, trips left. Green is set.
Bortles now on first down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on first. Now the Bills will hustle to the line.
Green is set.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Nice 39, Lucy. Hey, follow.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Bortles. And caught by Thomas for a Bills touchdown. Demaryius Thomas in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point good by Prater. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on the first down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Sheldon Richardson there.
It's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
Spread right, spread right, spread right, spread right, snap. All good, all good, all good. All good. Punch right, punch right, punch right. 372. Hank.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And it played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake, here's Taylor. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Linval Joseph. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Here's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Dancing to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Steps away to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Taylor. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Looking for skills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return will stop right around the 25. Stills the intended target. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Third and long, it's Taylor. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Spread right, 72. Set, 380.
Again to Henry. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Bills on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third and 4. Shotgun now for Bortles. And that is incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams and the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games. Now the handoff comes to Gordon.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. defensively with the lead. You want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Third and 2, now Taylor. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Gordon. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Taylor to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. Taylor now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They go play action now. Taylor sliding out of the pocket. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Sunday. Green 80.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here they come. 2nd and 10 now from the 10.
Green 80. Mike 53.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Green 80.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, 54, Ricky. Hey, let's go. Trips left, trips left. Green inside.
Now Bortles got to have this one. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Green 80. Green 80. Side.
They'll run it now out of the guns. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Going deep here for Still, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years, our team seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. Room to run past midfield. 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This will be fielded at the 6. Pushing through the contact. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that doesn't...
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Bortles. He completes it right side to White. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. From the gun, it's Bortles. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play for the Bills on 3rd down. 49 yards. On 1st down, Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Hey, let's go. Trips left, trips left. Omaha. Spread left. Sunday.
Now Bortles again. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal.
Hey, spread right, spread right, spread right, spread right, smack.
Again, it's Bortles. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Bortles. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They run it here with Gordon. And an alley to run. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Bengals, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will hit the road next week to take